A unicorn that's been making news in the last few weeks, not for payments but for its new investment in its e-commerce business. We're talking about Paytm Mall, the newly demerged marketplace of 197 Communication, which remember is the holding company for Paytm. They have some big plans to really build out that e-commerce business. A lot of them are saying that they are modeling themselves on the Alibaba, the T Mall of India. For more on that, we are joined by Vijay Shekhar Sharma, the founder and CEO of Paytm, as well as Amit Sinha, the COO of Paytm Mall. Thanks so much, both of you, for joining us. Vijay, a lot of talk around Paytm Mall, but in terms of traction, how has it really been in the last few weeks compared to other e-commerce marketplaces?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, our commitment to commerce is very visible. We built a new brand name, we built a dedicated new team, we built a new company, we raised total new capital. Amit has been leading this entity, and my role is as a CEO and chairman, so my role is more like directional, and Amit's role is like execution, so more like that functionality, and the traction has been pretty good. I mean, I can say that year on year we have a pretty good growth with a significant less cost, and more we are cutting it as a cost, and we are building it as a long-term scalable O2O led commerce platform. I mean, our approach is very clear that we don't think it is about throwing money only, it is about actually investing in the platform.
Amit, in terms of the traction that you've seen so far in growing Paytm Mall, take us through your own experiences in really building out this commerce platform.
So as you rightly said, these are vanity metrics, so very little relevance to the real business that we have, which is also true when you look at the kind of business that we are still doing after delisting the 85,000 merchants who were not trustworthy, and we decided that since they are not trustworthy, our consumers are best served by not letting them use our platform to reach out to consumers and do business where consumers are facing a problem with those merchants and products that they are buying from them. So that in fact was a single point agenda of building the trust, which made it easy for us to take a decision of saying that let's delist these 85,000 merchants, since they were not sort of coming up trumps on our criteria of the quality merchants that we have.
Interesting point there, Amit, on the need to bring down vanity metrics, erstwhile vanity metrics like the number of sellers. But Vijay, you have drastically brought down the number of sellers by tens of thousands. How will this affect selection? Because if you look at how Amazon really pegs itself, it's on 3 parameters. One, of course, is price, speed of delivery and selection. So will this really affect selection going forward in the way this is viewed by customers?
Yeah, I think we have a pretty wide selection, and we probably can take a bet that we will definitely be the widest selection available in the country from trusted sellers. I think I can take a bet that our selection has not got reduced. Incidentally, what we have removed is, let's say you are a so-called online seller or a large seller who is not authorized to sell few brands, but you are selling them because you bought them from grey market or got them imported in a different way than a legal way. So we are removing you if the brand doesn't want you to sell it. That's, I think, is a very important thing. What we are understanding here is that brands have their own distribution based on various mathematics of why the brand wants these sellers to sell, what brand want these sellers to invest into the brand and experience. So we are acknowledging that bit here. We are removing the sellers who are selling unauthorizedly, and second thing, we are also removing items which are not supposed to be sold by anybody else. I mean, for example, like in India, you could buy a brand which is not sold in India, and somebody is selling them quote unquote imported or grey market imported. We don't want to be the platform of distrust to that brand which is not even launched in India. We want to stand here with the trusted sellers and shopkeepers and brands to the consumers whom they can trust, because it's a community is very valuable if it is a both side trust. If consumer was trying to buy something that was not launched in India and it was not legal in a way that they were supposed to import it and they were listed somewhere, that is not good, because then brand and retailer both can't provide the experience the customer should have, and customer reaches by mistake to us, we're like, oh no, we don't know why this seller sold it. So we're totally clear about it, that our criteria is either you own the brand yourself, which means all small sellers who are building boutique products or creating their boutique small products can always list. There is nothing wrong about that, because they are owning the customer experience and they want to build a channel in online. And second, the shopkeepers who are authorized to sell it.
Amit, you know, this is not the first e-commerce marketplace in India. It's the fourth or the fifth. I know in a way Paytm has already been doing, you know, e-commerce in its existing platform. But considering you are building out a completely new marketplace in Paytm Mall, you know, it's being pitted against the likes of Flipkart, Amazon, not Snapdeal anymore. What kind of challenges have you seen so far? And, you know, you recently raised $200 million in funding from Alibaba. So in terms of investment, how much can we expect in Paytm Mall going forward?
So, as you know, like we have sort of taken our bet on the O2O model, where we are going to partner with the with every small and large shopkeeper in the country to help them digitize and build and expand their business through our platform. So, this is our biggest investment that we are going to do in the near future in terms of building up the platform to ensure that all the shopkeepers which are there across the country are able to digitize themselves and have a play in the e-commerce world and are able to sell to the consumers through our platform. So we are significantly ramping up our platform in terms of providing the various tools and abilities to these merchants to go ahead and build a trusted network of their own using our platform, and ensuring that the consumers who transact on the platform are able to be served by them.
Final two questions, Vijay. You know, you had a big plan in mind when on the payments front, and, you know, demonetization really worked for Paytm. But when it comes to e-commerce, what's the larger moonshot or the larger goal that you're working towards? Already people are pegging Paytm Mall as the T-Mall of India, India's answer to what Alibaba has done in China. But where do you see Paytm Mall, say, 6 months or a year from now?
We definitely want to be the most dominating commerce platform in the country, and we definitely want to be the first choice and preference of every shopkeeper in the country. That is very out and out clear. We believe that there is a tremendous amount of traffic, trust that we drive as Paytm brand. In commerce, if we take care of that and expand the selection to the consumer with a trusted experience, customers will love it. So we are out here to win the commerce in the country.
Lastly, Vijay, we haven't heard you talk after the GST came into effect. So, you know, how has this really affected your business in terms of prices or in terms of how sellers really list on platforms? What impact has GST had on your business in the last couple of weeks?
I think there is no doubt about it. The GST onboarding has happened a little bit slowly. For example, like a lot of large brands are still to bring their some catalogs available online or in stores. So beyond that, there is no other thing, but everybody is converting to GST, which is a great move.
Thanks so much, Vijay and Amit, for joining us on ET Now Startup Central.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNow Live. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.